Hi guys, so I have an update on Leoda Bradshaw and her time in prison, so let's get into it. Jamaican prisons and lockups are particularly brutal for people accused of killing children. And for some accused person like Leoda Bradshaw, the 30-year-old charged with the murder of politician Philip Palwell's 10-month-old daughter and the child's mother, that reality reportedly unfolds daily. In Bradshaw's case, she is being housed at the St. Catherine lockup, one of the few for accused females, and according to sources, her stay is being made harsh by inmates who have labeled her a baby killer. It is one of the worst monikers women behind bars can be ascribed. Bradshaw attorney Deborah Martin confirmed that her client was involved in an incident 2 weeks ago but declined to comment on the issue, offering that only her experiences in lockup are not unique to any other persons in jail and that the condition of lockup by itself is not primary consideration for bail. What we're waiting on to make a bail application is for the court to have all relevant material and for the defense to have full disclosure so that we may assess the material before making an application. Because of the court will be guided by the quality of the material, it has to be when deciding the issue of bail, said Martin. However, Bradshaw, the other persons involved in an alleged scuffle inside the lockup, escaped serious injuries as the police acted swiftly. However, such luck isn't always the case when it comes to females who are charged with killing or abusing children, noted ex-convict Jacqueline Fenton, who was last year completed a 2-year sentence at Jamaica's only female prison. The experience was filled with sights of some of the most savage acts carried out by Jamaica's imprisoned females. There are rules in hell, she argued, and based on one crime, some inmates spend the duration of their sentences facing orchestration, taunting, physical harm, and even death. Some crimes like scamming, drug dealing, and theft are respected among the prison population. They suggest that the women were trying to make a better life for themselves and family, she said. But certain murder and abuse convictions, especially those involving children, are vehemently scorned. In prison, female inmates, Fenton said, receive 1 5-minute phone call per week to their children, with almost no contact with their offspring and family, with pent-up frustration and longing for their children. The rationale for such treatment by convicts is simple, she explained. Remember, it's a female institution, and I would say at most 80% of the persons in there are mothers. The fact that we can't be around our children and that they are targeting children and harming them, a lot of persons can't sit well with that one, Fenton stressed. If it means that you are going to be beaten in your sleep, you're going to be beaten in your sleep. If it means they are going to use your toothbrush to clean the toilet or contaminating your food supplies, they're going to do it. She said in listing some of the actions that might be taken against accused child killers. They will steal your things. They will do anything to make your life miserable. So Leoda's life is miserable in jail, and that is what she deserves. In this, in addition to regular hazards of prison life, she said, noting high levels of intimidation, manipulation, and sexual exploitation, which greet particularly the young and vulnerable. They prey on people who look to be weak and people who look to be rich and try to get in their good graces to get things out of them financially using manipulation and domination. And if you're not strong sexually, they will lure you with homosexuality, she said. She claims prison officials are often complicit in some acts, especially in pointing out inmates convicted of certain crimes. Because if I am in a prison and you are freshly come in, how am I going to know what your crime is? Who do you think talked? she asked rhetorically. When I went there before I got booked and reached down to the dorm, they knew what I was there for. Fenton was arrested and convicted for 2 years on fraud charges, which she said were brought on by her then boyfriend and for which she maintains her innocence. Although the time away from her 2 boys is irreplaceable, she said she is happy she could have helped her other inmates pass their CXC examination. News of Bradshaw's alleged crime last year sent shockwaves throughout the prison population, Fenton said. Matter of fact, adding that while prison life is difficult, lockup tends to be harder based on the distance of the police from the cell blocks where scuffles occur at any given time. Wardens are usually closer and more prepared. She said, "I understand that the police on duty responded quickly to the incident involving Bradshaw at lockup in St. Catherine, and according to Martin, the conditions in lockup are germane to any bail applications. At this stage, I know where she is, in custody in the care of the state. I have regular contact with her. I am not aware of her having an experience outside of what is to be expected outside of custody," she continued, arguing that in one instance a cellmate spoke publicly and told lies about Bradshaw's experiences in jail. With regard to bail for her client, Martin noted that it's very hard to make an application for bail to a court who is going to consider bail in the context of allegations in circumstances where much that is relevant is still not available to the court. She explained that the fact that conditions in lockup are not ideal without more, it's not a basis for bail. The conditions of jail are a matter for the Minister of National Security. The court is not indifferent, but the court is guided by wider concerns. In January, another man, Bejan Black, was brought before the court on charges of kidnapping, murdering the lawmaker's Philip Powell's 10-month-old daughter, Saraya Powell, and her mother, 27-year-old Tashana Patterson. The man is the 5th person to be charged for the crimes. Former co-accused Rashawn Miller and Richard Brown pleaded guilty last year and are serving time in prison. Alleged mastermind Leoda Bradshaw and her cousin Roland Bulliford are scheduled to appear in court. So, with that being said, if you wanted to know how Leoda was living in jail and some of the things that she is currently going through, that is it. She is miserable. And with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.